For this video review, let us revisit ZD Toys IronMan Mark II. As for overall rating of this action figure, it's 100%. 100% for the packaging, 100% for the action figure. So it is really a joy to own. Just take a look at this. So the outer package, this is the flaps, and it is magnetic, and once you open the flaps, you're still greeted by another Iron Man image or Mark II image. So this time with the internal components or mechanism of the Mark II armor. And when you take this flap out, which covers the packaging or the product, so here you go, there's the action figure. So there are two trays. One is going to hold on to the action figure, and the other tray, which is underneath this action figure, is going to hold on to the components. So we have several handsets on board, and we have blast effects or flight effects, and we have a action figure stand and its individual components. This action figure stands just above the 7-inch mark. So let us do a 360 view of this ZD Toys IronMan Mark II figure. So for point of comparison between the ZD Toys Iron Man action figure and Marvel Legends, are they going to scale with each other? Here is the answer. So we have two Marvel Legends action figures. So Iron Man Mark 7 and Mark 46. So this is the bigger, bulkier Iron Man armors that I have in my collection, and somehow the Mark II still towers by a fraction. So pairing them with a Marvel Legends set is not going to work. It has to be somehow a Marvel Select action figure or a ZD Toys action figure. Just as I have mentioned, Marvel Select action figure, so we have an older Marvel Select action figure, the Mark 6. So this is how it fares with the ZD Toys Iron Man Mark II. On the figure that is going to tower above the ZD Toys Mark II is going to be the Marvel Legends Hulkbuster action figure that I have in my collection. Well, the non-Iron Man action figure that is going to scale well with this ZD Toys Mark II is going to be the Marvel Legends Commander Rogers action figure. But of course, this action figure is already kit bashed. Different head, different belt, modified shield. So let's do a head-to-toe assessment of the action figure, concentrating much on the armor details. And this is the back profile of the action figure. So once again, a head-to-toe assessment, just concentrating on the details of the action figure. And final assessment, we have this side profile of the action figure. Okay, so let us revisit the articulation points of this action figure. So I have already owned this action figure for a year. Bought this from an eBay seller. However, you could still purchase this at Amazon. So if you have an Amazon account, however, it's going to go under a different brand, but actually it's the same figure. Okay, so going back to the articulation points, so let's start with the head unit. Side by side, looking up, looking down. For the body, we don't have any articulation point on the hip. All articulation point is going to be concentrated on the diaphragm area. But we have a lift function to relieve stress on the joints, and we could move the action figure as we please. The shoulders also has extension functions for us to properly rotate the arms. The poses are also possible. We have an articulation point, bicep rotation. We have 2 points of articulation or bend for the elbow, and that is much bend that the figure could allow. So right now we have fists on the action figure, so we have rotation and a little bit of hinge. And as for the legs, we have drop function, which provides better articulation for the leg, but it's still going to, because of how it is designed, it's going to interfere somehow. So just when you pull out that function, just make sure that none of the sharp pieces would interact with the surface of the thigh. So we have rotation on the thighs, 2 points of articulation or bend for the knee. We also have a hinge and a rocker for the foot, and this is the details of the boot or the armored boot. So these armor pieces on the shoulders that is connected to the action figure, they don't come off easy, so that is nice and secure. Now another feature that we have is going to be air brakes on the back of the action figure. So something that is going to well, on the version of the Mark III, so that is a function that is also present with the Mark III version of this ZD Toys Mark II figure. So this is once again the details on the head unit or the mask. As for exchanging handsets, it is just easy. So this is how the hands would look like if you pop them off. So there's going to be a ball joint. Take the desired hand you wish to connect. This time it's going to be a repulsor shooting hand. So we have a hole on a hinge and it's going to pop in that way. And you could attach a repulsor function to the end of the handset. So Marvel Legends is going to put out a new or semi-new Iron Man action figure, a Mark II, using the first Infinity Saga Iron Man Mark III body and accessories. So it's going to be out on December of this year. But for the meantime, I still have this action figure in my collection to enjoy. So if you like this review, like, comment, and subscribe to help me grow my channel. And see you on the next action figure or custom action figure review.